Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for another I saw it on Pinterest, or inspired by Pinterest, sorry. I get so confused with these, but anyway, inspired by Pinterest. So I really like this, and Carol Laws just did an envelope stack thing too, which I thought was funny because I was planning on doing this, and then she did that. We're on the same wavelength. But anyhow, hers was great, and then I like this, which is book page, lace. I don't know if that's an old envelope or if it's like a digital printout or what it is, but it is very pretty. I obviously don't have the exact same thing, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'm not going to put bells on mine because it's going to go in the painted Christmas journal, and I don't want that thick of a, because I don't have tiny bells. I have kind of medium-sized bells. So anyways, I'm not going to put those on, but I'm going to do my own version, and I'm going to orient it the other direction. This looks to be a journal topper, which is a fantastic idea. I want mine on one of my journal pages, so it's going to be a little different, but this is the inspiration. It is by Michelle T. Jackson, or at least that's who posted this or reposted it or whatever. So that's the information that I have. All right, so what we're going to start with is a piece of I'm going to use music page instead of book page, but you could easily do book page. And then I want to put a piece of paper behind this because I'm going to turn it into a pocket for my journal. So this is old, like vintage sheet music, and so I don't want it to end up getting, torn super easily or something. So I have my manila children's drawing paper, which I love to use. It works fantastic for so many things, backing and whatnot. And it feels a lot like old book page. And you just get it on Amazon, and it's pretty cheap. You get a whole big stack of it for, I don't remember, but I've had mine for ages, the same stack. So it really does last a long time. And it's great to do collage on too, because it's a nice big size. And I'm going to just let those little bits hang out and not worry about it. What I want most is obviously that top edge where a tag or whatnot is going in and out to be covered, right? So yeah, it's great stuff. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I had some errands to run. The wind is blowing a million miles an hour. Okay, that's a slight exaggeration. I'm sure you understand. I just know somebody will say a million miles an hour. Yeah, it was an exaggeration. So yes, but windy, and you can feel that kind of wintry bite in it, which makes me sad because I would like it to stay fall forever. But we all know that's not going to happen. But I hope you guys are staying warm and ready for Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I know we have people that aren't in the United States, so they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I'm going to have a lovely week anyway. And I probably am not, well, I know I'm not going to be here for all 5 days this week, and I don't know exactly how many videos I'm going to be able to get done. But anyways, if I'm not here, it's because I am doing something with family or whatnot, cooking food, whatever the case may be. But I will do my best to get some videos done, because I know there's lots of people who aren't celebrating, so I know y'all will want to see some videos. I'll do my best to do that. Just don't want to make any promises. And my cat is doing a little bit better today, so that makes me very happy. I was kind of worried about him yesterday. It's like he just wasn't feeling better, and I was worried, but he seems to maybe have turned the corner today, I hope. I mean, he's never gonna not have a stuffy nose, I don't think, but he started to play a little bit last night and stuff, so that was more what I was worried about. He was just like a bump on a log. And then I have this piece of, I'm not even sure what in the world this is a piece of, but it has that nice vintage lace, some old fabric strings, you know, all that. And I do have an old envelope. I didn't have, well, I have one with the stuff around the outside, the airmail, but I found this one with the green, and I kind of like that. So I'm going to use this one instead. Let me get it. I'm going to mess this envelope up a little more. I mean, it is an old envelope, so it's already kind of beat up, but I just want to do a few more things to it. So yeah, that's the thing with all these. When you find stuff like this, you're never going to have the exact same things. I mean, every once in a blue moon, I might have like a Tim Holtz piece or whatever that's the same, but for the most part, you just don't have it. I just realized I'm very close. Back up just a little. Sorry about that. You are like right in there. Okay, so I'm going to set this out of the way for a minute. And I'm going to use antique linen because I have 2 pads of this because I think one is dry. I never use this one. I feel bad about that. But anyways, antique linen, see, it gives you that kind of yellowing that I like for that vintage look. I mean, this has it already a little bit around the corner, around it, but I just want a little bit more of that. That is the nice part about this ink pad, because it definitely has that old paper look to it. Probably shaking everything. I might ding these corners a little more. They're a little bit already, but yes, I do like that. I do. All right. Then we're going to stamp it a little bit here and there, just with a few things like Tim Holtz stuff. That's the technical. Just want a little something kind of. Just something here and there. That one. I'll take this little, kind of looks like snowflakes. Okay. I don't want a lot. I just want a little something on there to give you that kind of feel of it's a written on envelope, although I'm on the wrong side, I'm aware. But we're just making it look kind of fun. Okay, some of that snowy, oh, the snow's on the other side. Well, it's going this way. Tulle that you can get at the Dollar Tree. And then we're going to put that there. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this green book page. And this was book page that was dyed and given to me. I'm not sure what the dye is. I'm assuming it's probably, what do you call it? Like RIT dye or food dye or something like that. Something or other. Go under there. I'm going to use one of my stamps that we made together. I gave the freebie of that, and then we backed it with the white, cut it out, and stamped it with some kind of postage related type stamps. I think that's good. So yeah, what do you guys have a favorite something that you make for Thanksgiving? I'm doing mashed potatoes. I know that's not anything amazing, but that was just what I was gonna bring. Because everybody's bringing something. My sister has a really good sweet potato recipe that I've made a few times, and it's very good. It's got pecans on it and kind of almost like a crumble topping rather than the marshmallows. And I really like that. Like you would put on an apple crumble or something. And a little pumpkin pie spice in the sweet potatoes. Good stuff. But yeah, I do like sweet potatoes. Putting a lot on there because I'm putting it on this tool. And I'm hoping that it's going to stick. We're just going to hold it there for a minute. I probably should have put a little ink around that, but it is down now, so no can do. Yeah, I think it's going to stay. That's good. And then the tool on this other side will get held down by these other bits that I'm putting on. And this is from, the lady that I used the other day. Trying to remember to link her stuff again, because it is very cute. I think her first name is Sharon, but I can't think of what it's called at the minute. So anyways, I'll link it in the description box so you guys can find it. A little Merry Christmas there. That's not sticking over there. I might have to lift it up and put some underneath there as well. I just don't want to see the glue under there. You know, if you put down glue stick, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Oh, I think that was going to go over. So this is going to go on the bottom. Put a little bit under here to kind of grab that. We're going to have to make that more flat. It's always interesting when you add lace or fabric or whatever, getting it to lay down properly and stick. Got to cut my nails. Sorry, they're kind of out of control. I was going to do that this morning and forgot. They get like that. They either grow really well like weeds or I break them all the time. So those are... But I'll try to remember to do that as well before the next video. All right. So that is that. And then what we're going to do is wrap some baker's twine around it before we put it on the other ones. And this is always a brain bender for me. I need to come around this way. Go like this. Nope, that's the wrong. It has to be at the back. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff is not my... Okay, and then at the back we need to go another direction. I'm actually going to take this one around twice. So it looks like it's tied, you know, like a bundle or something. And obviously you can do more than one envelope if you want. I just don't want it to get too thick that way. Okay. And then it can go on top of this. So what will happen is you'll still be able to use these because this envelope is open right here. So these can be like two separate, because obviously you've got the string around there, right? So I thought maybe we could put in, you know, one of the pieces from the Painted Christmas as a tag, and possibly another one. Do I have another smallish one? I don't know if this one's gonna fit. Can scoot that over a little. And then of course we can decorate those, but you know, you get the idea that we're going to put some things in there. And then we're going to put this on here. And the advantage of this journal is it's long this way. Whereas if you were doing the other style journal, you'd probably want to make your pocket this way and then orient your things on your envelope like she did. So you can see, you know, hers is up and down and mine's going to be this way, because in a regular journal this pocket wouldn't fit, so that's the problem with that. So now I'm going to get some PVA glue, and I'm just gonna, first thing I'm going to do is put this down with some, I'm probably going to run a stitch somewhere just to hopefully hold this better and make sure that it's safe. I'm not going to just flop off of there. That'll also help flatten that out a little bit. This kind of cattywampus because I want to see some of that over there. This is a hot mess back here. Oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Not my strong suit there. We do want to try to get it to lay flat. You could use a different type of, you know, twine if you want to, but I don't know that you're going to find anything a whole lot flatter. We're just going to put a lot of glue and hope that it holds. I think that it will be fine once it dries. I'm going to take these out so they don't get stuck to everything before we want them in there. Well, we don't ever want them to be stuck down, but yeah, so pop over and watch Carol Law's 50 Stack Challenge if you haven't. I'm sure a lot of you watch her whenever she comes on, but if you haven't, pop over there because she did a little envelope stack that was super cute. She's having fun with her crazy puppy. It's cute. Puppy's keeping her busy. I've not had a puppy, so I don't know a lot about that, but I do know because she's been talking about the nipping, you know, those sharp teeth. And man, kittens too, when they're little, wow. They got some sharp teeth and their little claws, their itty bitty little claws. So I do feel, but we don't, one thing about a kitten, you don't have to worry about like shoes getting chewed up and stuff like that. Thank goodness. All right, so I'm going to decorate that, and I'm sure you can kind of see where I'm going. Just need maybe a little type of book page or something to put under there. Let's use this piece. That's torn already. So this was actually one of the pockets from the Painted Christmas. I just decided to turn it into a tag. Because I liked the smaller little poinsettias there. I'm wondering, do I need more of a... I don't want to cover up all the poinsettias though, so I'm just going to go with it like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that will look nice on one of the pages. Nice pocket. And just a fun idea anyway. I mean, you could do them if you're not doing Christmas journals or whatever. You could do a little stack like that, you know, in a shabby chic style or more nature inspired, however you want. And it would look, I think it would look really good. So I'm going to back that. Definitely a fun way to do it. I need some spots that aren't gluey. Ooey gluey. Those are those pieces we didn't use the other day. From the envelope, and they're sticky from the where that envelope closes. And they're like ultra sticky. And the Amazon mailers. And we'll just turn that into a tag. And it'll get stitched around in a piece of fabric at the top like I do. And I'll do something with this one. Mostly back it, probably. I'm getting all my Bricks magazines that they mail me every year, and I rarely order anything, so I'm not sure. Every once in a while, but they just keep sending them, so I've been using them as glue books. They work great for that. I mean, there's some beautiful images in there you could probably use for other things too, but I always need glue pages. Always. Not that I want to do a whole lot of anything to this one just because it's a pretty background. Oh, that was talent. Talent right there. I could put a saying on it maybe. Scissors are getting stuck in the glue. Yeah, I feel like one of these envelope stacks would be fun in any kind of journal. Honestly, I think I'm just going to use the big one. Okay. Sorry. I should have figured this out before. Okay, where did I see it? I saw one that would work, and then I passed it up. In the cold and frosty air. Where do I want it now? We'll just put it here. Okay. So those will go in here. And then when we attach it to the page, there'll be a pocket at the back as well. And we're going to put the Santa back there. I mean, you could obviously put more than one. That's a nice big pocket. Switch back him. I think the mashed potatoes are, well, that and sweet potatoes are my favorite things at Thanksgiving anyway. I don't know why that came to my brain, but it did. Stuffing's good too. I'm not a giant turkey fan. Like I love turkey sandwiches, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of turkey as far as, I mean, I'll eat a piece, but I, of course, like all the parts that are bad for you. You know, stuffing, potatoes, all that. All the carbs. Best part. There are many other things I would rather eat than turkey. I'll just say that. Okay. He doesn't need a whole lot else either, does he? I think for him, I want one of the colorful ones. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Will that fit? Probably not, huh? Nope. Have a holly jolly Christmas. I could split that one. I could just do ho 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 as well. Full of good tidings. I think I like ho ho ho. Because it's Santa. Am I right? Is it going to fit? I'm going to have to cut just a little bit. It doesn't need to have that much on the outer edges, does it? You guys watched any good shows lately? We just haven't really... all the shows I like are over, like, you know, for the season, so. I do like to watch some Christmas movies, but my husband's not a huge fan, so I usually do that on my own. Which I rarely watch TV on my own, so that tells you how often that happens. All right, so then the idea, and I don't have my background yet. Oh, I did another page in here. I did another one of the hidden pages, so I figured, you know, you saw one, so, and then I did a tag. It's a Wonderful Life. That gentleman just looked like, reminded me of the It's a Wonderful Life. And then we have this, and one of you reminded me that this isn't a good place for this because of the writing. And it's glued down now because see, spirals. So all I can say is it's not horrible. You could definitely write on there because it's a little bit stiff already. But you could also tuck a little something behind it, you know, like a little book or something when you write on it so that it's easier. I did not even think of that, dingling me. This one's definitely fine because it's stiff enough that it probably isn't a problem. So it's really just that first one. I did not get a tag done in here, but I did get a little tuck Santa there. And I did decide to tie it with some baker's twine. This is a little thinner baker's twine. But anyways, what we're going to do is back this. So I haven't done that yet, but... And then we can take and put our pocket on and have our Santa in there. And even if those hang out a little bit, I'm not worried because it's just fabric. It can bend or whatever. So that is what I have for today. So this was the inspiration, again, posted, reposted, I'm not sure, by Michelle T. Jackson. And there's the inspiration, and here is mine. So I hope you like that. Maybe give one a try. I think they're fun. And have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon. If I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Bye.